Welcome into the South Hockey Network, everybody, as we're just getting ready for puck drop here between the Cathedral Prep Ramblers and Ontario Hockey Academy. As they drop the puck at center ice, we are underway. All right, for the quick start here of the broadcast, we had a couple of technical difficulties on our end, but luckily we fixed it just in time, literally just in time, to get your full game here on the broadcast. This is the South Hockey Network, home of all Glenbrook South hockey games, but we have been brought in by the tournament to broadcast a couple more, so sit back and enjoy this one between Ontario Hockey Academy and the Cathedral Prep Ramblers. Ontario Hockey Academy already mathematically eliminated from the tournament. Cathedral Prep hanging on by a bare thread, but it's looking pretty unlikely for them to move on after a 1-1 start through their first two games. Here comes OHA down the left wing side. That was Aaron Wood. This one centered and played out by Cathedral Prep. Chasing after this puck is Tucker Kinnear, but it's picked up instead by Jordan Laycock of Ontario. This one played to the far side and out to neutral ice. Brought right back in by the Ramblers. Here's a shot. That one stopped by the starting goaltender for Ontario, Ocean Lee, playing in his second game here of the tournament. Had a pretty good effort in his first game against the Culver Academy Eagles, but unfortunately lost 1-0 due to a late third period goal. Meanwhile, the Cathedral Prep Ramblers, 2-0 loss to Glenbrook South earlier in the tournament, and then were able to win 6-3 over Franklin Regional in their early game this morning. Here comes Matthias Sprickman down the right wing side, being pressured by Ollie Rusky-Jones. Rusky-Jones takes the puck away. He'll come out through neutral ice down the right wing side. OHA has some numbers. Here's a shot save made by the starting goaltender for Cathedral, Ian Brown. He's been their only guy in rotation here at this Governor's Cup. As no surprise that Joe Hoffer picked that one up as he awaits the status of his son, Blake Hoffer, if the Titans were to make it to the semifinals, who was ejected earlier today. Now here's a right circle face-off. Linesman or referee tells everyone to back up out of the circle, but the puck falls, and it's brought up high. OHA sends this one down. It goes off the boards, and off the rebound, it's covered up by Brown. Just getting started here in the first period. Glad you've joined us here on the South Hockey Network as it's game number 2 of our quadruple header here on the main rink. Culver wins this face-off, knocks it into the zone. It comes out to the near side and picked up by Busy Casco. Down below the line. Now it's taken by Cathedral as they send it outside the zone. Fung and OHA dumps it in. Cathedral Prep takes it and sends it out to neutral ice. Back into Ontario territory, it's Marcus Fung. Out to neutral ice. Brought into the zone by Jeffrey Kitty. And played back out by Keenan Nelson. Now to the far side, kept alive by Cathedral Prep. This one's centered. Taken away. Here's a quick shot and a good save off the stick of Chris Brucey of the Ramblers. Now sent all the way down. It will go all the way down. No icing as it took a deflection. So it goes behind the net. Grabbed by the Ramblers. Here's Matthias Sprickman, one of their big guns. Has a goal already here at this showcase. Got it out to neutral ice where Rylan Sorge will dump it in down the left wing side. Down below the goal line. Cathedral has it in the corner, but it pokes free. OHA couldn't get it out. Now another interception, and Wysum Wong will knock it in. Behind the net, thrown to the far side by Pros, and it comes out to neutral ice, where the Ramblers will regroup with it. Out to Rylan Sorge over the line, right wing side. Here's a shot. That one gobbled up by Ocean Lee. $10:45 to go in the first period, 0-0. Early on, as we just saw a game right before this one go all the way to the shootout behind the net, Jordan Laycock. Now down below the goal line, it's picked up once again by Fleetum. Cathedral steals it back. Here's Nick Hoke, but taken away by Ontario as they get it out through neutral ice. Here comes Fleetum over the line, has some space, try to pass over, but a good defensive play by Matthias Sprickman, who knocked that one out of the passing lane. Now up to the right point. This one sent to the near side. Cathedral able to poke it out to neutral ice, but picked right back up by OHA. Rusky Jones now over the line, taken away by Cathedral Prep. Garrett Schwartz down to the near side corner, sent it in front. Laycock takes it away as he'll send it out to the neutral zone. Elkin chasing after this puck. He might have a look. He scored earlier this morning. He sent it to Fleetum, but unable to get that one. As OHA only with the one goal so far in the tournament. It belongs to Ariel Elkin, number 18. He was in that 4-1 loss earlier this morning. Fleetum over the line, but offsides. As here on the South Hockey Network, I thought it was fitting to break some Illinois high school hockey news, especially with my team up here in the broadcast booth. How about the Carmel Catholic Corsairs 5-1 winners over New Trier Green this afternoon in the Scholastic Hockey League? As we go back to neutral ice, puck is taken by Cathedral Prep as they play it out to the neutral zone. Lalonde back out to neutral ice. Busy Casco will send it down. And Ashton Duccini out in his own zone. They'll play it out to the neutral zone, play it off the near boards, but can't get it past Busy Casco waiting at the red line. Now Lalonde over the line, left wing side. Sends this one down below the goal line, sent in front. Here's a shot. Big save made by Ian Brown on the doorstep. Close to burying the first goal of the game was Ontario. Now back in their own zone. This one's taken by Busy Casco. Ontario Hockey Academy, while mathematically eliminated from this tournament, three-time winners, 2011, 2017, and 2018, as they have been regular appearers at the Governor's Cup here in Jamestown. Meanwhile, the Cathedral Prep Ramblers, one-time winners. That was back in 2019, but three-time Pennsylvania state champions back in 1984, 1997, and most recently in 2015. As this one will touch the glass. And now with our technical engineer, Gerard Boris, back in the booth, I thought I'd just let you know, Gerard, some news in Illinois as we are the South Hockey Network. How about the Carmel Catholic Corsairs, 5-1 winners today over New Trier Green in the SHL. And for all you folks watching at home, that's a pretty big upset, let's just say that. This one played back down into the Cathedral zone. Streaking behind the net now is Prost. He steals the puck, but getting it right back are the Ramblers. Taken away by OHA once again. And coming in there to take the puck now is Garrett Schwartz. He comes over the line down the right wing side. Ontario steals it away, but picked right back up by Schwartz. He comes down the right wing side. Garrett Schwartz backhand centers it, but nobody there to tap it home. Now Hyatt Hetz, the leader, or in second place in points at this tournament for Cathedral Prep with a goal and an assist. Tucker Kinnear, number 38 out there, is leading the way with 3 goals and an assist for the Ramblers so far at this showcase. He had a hat trick earlier this morning. Now here comes Elkin. Over the line he comes. Elkin takes a shot. That one hit the side of the goal. No save necessary for Ian Brown. Now backhanding this one out is Cathedral Prep. Rusky Jones got it to Elkin waiting at the blue line. Elkin takes a shot, that one wide. Rebound goes to the far side corner as it's sent up to the right point. Laycock, top of the right circle now. Laycock gets it deep. Puck picked up by Fleetum. Stenlin Fleetum to the near side corner, being pressured there. As now it goes to the far side. Elkin picks it back up. OHA keeping attacking zone possession. This one up high, Laycock. Just missed the protective netting and stays in the rink. Now taken away by Ryland Sorge. He springs it up ice, Ethan Cunningham, but that gets past him. And the Ramblers have to tag up to avoid an offsides. Laycock back for Rusky Jones. As he blocks that one, comes over the line down the right wing side, taken away by the Ramblers behind the net. As this one's played out to Kitty at the left point, who sends it in. Anchor couldn't get to that puck before. It's taken by Matthias Sprickman. Here he comes, Sprickman, the defenseman. As it's listed, plays like a forward out there for Cathedral Prep. But now it's played out of the zone and taken right back by the Ramblers. As a matter of fact, maybe he is just a forward, and it's listed wrong because he's really not playing that position. Well, now he cycles back up to that defensive position, so never mind what I said there. Not a lot of whistles in this game, already down to 5 minutes left in the first period. Still waiting for our first goal, as we just saw the last game include 0 true goals. It was a 1-0 final score in a shootout, as North Allegheny from Pennsylvania took down the Glenbrook South Titans in the 5-rounder. This one tipped down into the zone, taken by OHA. Fung gets it to Nelson, played off the far boards and out to neutral ice. Cathedral resets in the neutral zone. Duccini goes to the far side. Now it's taken, but they can't get it deep as it gets sent down low. Folks, I'm going to do the best I can. There's a couple of these guys out there on Cathedral Prep wearing an 80-something. But I don't have that listed on my official tournament pamphlet. So we'll have to talk to Jeff Morrow about that. One man's taken down. This one sent down into the zone. Not a lot of action here. 5 shots on goal apiece as we inch closer to the end of the first period. This one through neutral ice. Over the line they come. Prost takes it. He goes behind the net. Prost sent it up to Fung, left point. Tried to center it, but taken away by Cathedral Prep. Now here comes Cathedral. They'll backhand this one deep. Picked up by Wood in his own zone. Looking for Wong. We thought probably should have been suspended from his game ejection earlier today, but he's out there on the ice. The official rules of this tournament is if you get a game misconduct, you are suspended for 1 game. Cathedral Prep down to the far side corner, centered, but right to the skates of OHA, and Fleetum will bring it out through neutral ice. OHA has some speed here. Fleetum puts it between the legs of Sprickman, but then lost the puck as he had to chase it down, and Cathedral Prep will regain possession. The Ramblers out to neutral ice. Here's Sprickman, comes to the near side with it for Schwartz. Garrett Schwartz back down into the zone, taken back by Ferretti of Ontario. Now Elkin over the line. Tried to center it, but a good stick there by Sprickman to knock it out of the passing lane. Sprickman back down below his net, the captain of this Cathedral Prep team. Down to the far side, Wood. Fleetum now out to Elkin. Ariel Elkin. Over the line, left wing side, shoots and scores! Not sure how he found a hole in Ian Brown there, but tucks it between the near side posts and into the back of the net. Ontario strikes first. It's 1-0 OHA. As Ariel Elkin scores his second goal of the tournament and the team's second goal of the tournament. Let's see exactly how this one found space. Wow, what a shot. And it's 1-0 to OHA. 2:33 to go in the first period at the time of the goal. As we go back to center ice for the ensuing faceoff, maybe another chance here. Here's a shot. That one wide. Rebound taken right back by Cathedral Prep. Now back below the goal line, it's Ashton Duccini. Plays it off the near boards and out to neutral ice. Rusky Jones will send it in. Brown out of his net to settle it down. Ian Brown has been a warrior for this Cathedral Prep team, playing all 3 games as the only goaltender on their roster. It's usually in these tournaments it gives a chance for goalies to have a breather, but it's his 3rd game in just over 24 hours, I suppose. Cathedral played 1 p.m. earlier today, or yesterday I should say, then 10:15 a.m. earlier this morning. Now the Ramblers can't get it out. Lalonde keeps it in, but it does get forced out to the neutral zone. This one lifted in, bounces past the goal, and Laycock will pick it up. Long stretch pass, finds nobody. He was looking for Prost there, so it goes for an icing. .116 to go in the first. Prost sends it out. That missed his intended target. It'll get taken by Cathedral Prep, but taken right back by Ontario below the goal line as we get down to the final minute of play. Prost got it back left circle, tried a shot, that one blocked by the Ramblers. As it comes to the near side once again, Prost being pressured from behind by Schwartz. Prost plays it off the boards, gets it down. Here's a centering pass. That one gets blocked. Rebound sitting there in the blue paint, thinking about freezing it. Was the goaltender, but he did not. Now this one thrown to the high slot. Fung takes a shot. He whiffed on it. OHA gets it back. Prost tipped on goal, or just wide of the goal. And it goes down to the far side corner. Now out to neutral ice. 16 seconds left. As Minato sends it back for Busy Casco. Over to Fung. As Ontario will just play keep away here for the final seconds, and that will finish period number 1. 1-0 OHA on the goal from Ariel Elkin, his 2nd goal of the tournament. Dylan Ward here on the call. We'll be right back for the 2nd period. Welcome back to the South Hockey Network, everybody. Home of the rest of the tournament's Rink 1 games here at the Governor's Cup in Jamestown, New York. My name is Dylan Ward, Gerard Boris, our technical engineer, and Joe Hoffer manning the scoreboard in the top left corner of your screen. 15 fresh minutes are on the clock here for period number 2, as Ontario Hockey Academy holds the 1-0 lead thanks to the goal scored by Ariel Elkin, the senior. He's got both of Ontario's goals so far at this tournament. as the teams have switched sides as we get set for the second period of play. You're taking a look at the Morrow goalie cams. Jeff Morrow, the tournament director. We thank Jeff Morrow, Gerard Boris, and myself, Dylan Ward, for giving us this opportunity to come and broadcast the games. As 15 minutes are placed on the clock for period number 2. And the puck falls. We are underway for the second of 3 frames. This one knocked down into the zone. Cathedral Prep takes it, plays it to the near side. Wood keeps it alive, right point, sends it down deep. Gets picked up by Matthias Sprickman. He's had some stellar defensive plays already here tonight. Tipped ahead by Chris Bruchy, but eventually picked back up by Leonardo Ferretti of Ontario. Can't clear the zone, right point. Here's a shot. That one deflects wide of the net as Ontario looks to get it out of the zone. Cathedral plays it back into their own end. 1-0 the score in favor of Ontario. Here in both these teams' final game of the Governor's Cup. Now here comes Minato. Can't get a pass over. As it comes up high, Laycock takes a shot. Save made by Brown. Rebound, they hack. Neutral zone faceoff coming up here. Cathedral preps half of the ice. The Ramblers will win it. This one sent over to Ashton Duchini. As it's played to the near side. They can't get it out, kept alive. Here's a shot, they score! What a shot there by Tucker Kinnear as he picks up right where he left off this morning, a hat trick earlier today, and gets the first goal of the game for the Ramblers. We're tied up. Failed clearing attempt. It goes right to him, high slot. And what a snipe from number 38 in black. 1-1 your score here with 13:22 left in the second. As we get back underway. This one flipped into the zone. It goes behind the net where Lee settles it down. Played down to the far side half boards, but centered once again. Tucker Kinnear out there following his goal. Right back out on the next shift. This one sent all the way down and will be an icing stopping the clock with 12:57. Comes to the near side, left wing circle, Cathedral attacking zone as they'll line up for the face-off. Puck is won by Cathedral after a 50-50 puck sat there for a while. Now it's brought outside the zone, played to the far side. Here at Northwest Arena, 3,000-seat stadium here in Jamestown, New York. Game number 2 of our quadruple header here on Rink 1. As OHA gets ready for the face-off at the left wing circle. It's pulled back. Here's a quick shot. That one wide of the net. Rebound comes to the near side as Fung picks it up for OHA. Fires a shot wide to the right. Backhanded down before center ice, but icing waved off. As it's picked up by OHA back down in their own zone. They'll tip this one out Here comes Marcus Fung, got it to Nelson. Now ahead Kitty, gets the puck back, but taken right back by Cathedral Prep after that. Here's Sprickman. Off the near boards and picked up, or actually not picked up by Hyatt Hetz. It goes past him. Now backhanded in. Cathedral Prep picks it up back down in their own zone. Kitty steals the puck, he shoots, and that one just wide of the net. Rebound sent to the far side as Cathedral gains back possession. Here's Schwartz. Garrett Schwartz, nice move to get around one, then he'll fire it in on goal from neutral ice, forcing Lee to make a save. Now it goes to the far side. Played out to the neutral zone. Minato takes it away. Minato takes a shot. That one blocked in close by Sprickman. Matthias Sprickman now. Certainly the name we've said most often here. Tucker Kinnear turns on the Jets, in on net, takes a shot. Big save made by Lee. As now it gets sent back down into the zone. Going below the goal line, and Sprickman will pick it up. Comes to the near side with it. Can't get it out of the zone as Wood keeps it alive right point. Now picked up once again by Cathedral. As they lift this one out, Tucker Kinnear just past his reach. So instead it will be an icing. And if you subscribe, you are able to use the chat functionality. Let us know some thoughts down in that chat section below. Here's Arbor. Takes a shot. Blocked in close by the stick of Duccini. Now thrown to the blue paint once again. It goes past a couple bodies and picked up down on the far side. Out to neutral ice and beyond. Racing after the puck, Cathedral. But getting there first is Elkin. Elkin with the goal for OHA. He sends it to Fleetum. Tried to get it back to Elkin. They can't clear the zone. Laycock takes a shot. Kicked out of there by Brown. Now out through neutral ice. Here come the Ramblers. Over the line, down the left wing side, Laycock. Now Fleetum. Played to the far side, Elkin. Between his legs and grabbed back by OHA. Here they come over the blue line down the left wing side. A shot taken. Save made, but in the process of making the save, Ian Brown knocks the net off. 9:27 to go here in period number 2. 1-1 the score after OHA struck first before Cathedral Prep answered soon thereafter. Left circle faceoff coming up here for the Ontario attacking zone. It's Kitty at the faceoff dot. Puck falls. OHA wins it. Here's a shot. That one deflects wide. Now Nelson in the slide. Here's a backhand shot. Save, and then another one by Ian Brown. He'll hang on for a whistle. Now Kitty, right wing circle. To the far side, Cathedral Prep. Want to come back into their own territory with it. It's Garrett Schwartz. Out to neutral ice. Nelson will flip it over the line and down the right wing side. Schwartz gets to it behind his own goal line. Got it to Hetz. Now back to Schwartz. Playing it back to the near side. Hetz will take it. But it leaks outside the zone, and OHA will have to dump it right back in. Brown behind the goal line to settle it down. Taken back by Cathedral Prep as they play this one off the far glass and out. A man tripped up in neutral ice, but no call, as we haven't seen anyone go to the penalty box as of yet in this game. Cathedral will backhand this one out to neutral ice. A man tripped up, and there is the broadcaster's curse in absolute full effect, as we'll have our first penalty of the game, tripping the call, and it's going to send OHA to the power play. Hyatt Hetz, the guilty party, the junior defenseman, as he goes to the penalty box. And 2 minutes on the clock for the power play for Ontario. Ontario, some tough luck on the man advantage in this tournament. 0 for 10 coming into this game. And Cathedral Prep, though, not too hot on the penalty kill. Under 50% on the PK are the Ramblers, 4 out of 9. So we've got a battle of two relatively subpar special teams through 2 games at this tournament. We'll see who is the winner of it. As we get a slight delay here. The ref comes to the bench to give an explanation to OHA. Unclear for what. Maybe a second penalty. And Cathedral will sort of use this as an unofficial timeout. Now the Cathedral bench is getting an explanation of their own. As we wait to resume play, and there goes Wong. Wong has just been removed from the bench. So why some Wong getting an explanation, or the bench getting an explanation that they should not have had Wong on the bench because he was suspended 1 game, and that's what we were talking about earlier, as he took a game misconduct earlier. And it looks like they caught him for it. So we'll see if OHA, they're going to get a penalty too because of it, because they used an ineligible player. So Ferretti will go to the box. I'm just not sure for how many minutes. As it looks like this was finally sorted out. And it'll go down as coincidental minors, which is odd to me because it was just the timing of it. So Cathedral Prep kind of gets screwed out of a power play opportunity for the ineligible player on the bench. And we'll say 5-on-5. So no power play after all. Face-off won by OHA. Played out of the zone by Cathedral. And Rusky Jones back behind the net. Here comes the OHA captain. Ali Rusky Jones over the line. Still has the puck. Leaves it. Arbor takes a shot. That one wide of the net. Rebound goes to the far side corner as Ashton Duccini hits a man into the boards. As we have approached the halfway mark of regulation time here with the 15-minute periods. Now here comes Cunningham. Ethan Cunningham, backhander down low. Picked up by Fleetum. Can't get it out of the zone. This one's backhanded. Blocked by OHA. Here comes Arbor over the line. Centering pass. Here's a shot. That one hits the side of the net. Rebounds picked up by the Ramblers as they play it out to the neutral zone as it gets dumped back in by OHA. Far side half board, sent out to the neutral zone. Ontario picks it back up. Only 2 goals in the game. Ontario struck first. Both Ariel Elkin scored and Tucker Kinnear for the Cathedral Prep, who tied it up here in the second period. Backhanded in, taken back by Fung as he gets it out to neutral ice and beyond. Regained by Matthias Sprickman, who plays it off the near boards, and out to neutral ice. Prost for OHA. We'll get it down into the zone, chasing after the puck. Prost puts on the brakes. Got to his puck down on the far side. Kitty now after it gets settled down. Kitty centers it, sticked out of there by the goaltender Brown, and it goes all the way out to neutral ice. Now Prost back over the line, left wing side. Behind the net it goes, as it'll be picked up by the captain, Matthias Sprickman. Nice move to get around one. Sprickman through neutral ice, got the puck. Sprickman over the line. coast to coast. He'll go all the way below the goal line, look for a pass. Instead, take a shot. That one gets blocked in close. Now Sprickman gets it back. The defenseman all over the place here for Cathedral Prep. Certainly, in my opinion, their best player from just what I've seen. As now OHA will send it down the other way. Both men ready to come out of the penalty box at the next whistle. As Ariel Elkin plays it to the far side. Through neutral ice comes Jordan Laycock. Now to the far side, Arbor. Below the goal line, Arbor. Plays it to the far side. Deflects free. And Cathedral Prep unable to backhand it out. Not enough juice, but then eventually it will get thrown out of there by the Ramblers. Nick Hoke with the clearance. Under 5 to go in the second. This one's in on goal, and Brown will hang on to it for a whistle. 4:34 left in the second. Both men come out of the penalty box. Dylan Ward here on the call. Gerard Boris, our technical engineer, and Joe Hoffer running the scoreboard in the top left corner of your screen. We thank you for joining us, and a big thank you to Jeff Morrow and his crew for picking up the South Hockey Network to broadcast this series of games here at the Governor's Cup. Puck falls. Kept alive by OHA off a clearing attempt. Prost down to the far side corner. Puck taken away by Cathedral as it goes to Schwartz. Schwartz plays it out. Unable to escape the zone, just kept in at the blue line. Prost goes down to the corner. Threw it up high, bounces off the far boards. Laycock couldn't get to it, and the Ramblers will come out of the zone. Here comes Prep. Over the line, here's a shot. Right in the logo, the H as a matter of fact, on Ocean Lee's jersey. 4:06 to go here in period number 2. Ontario Hockey Academy and Cathedral Prep here in the Governor's Cup in both teams' final game, as both teams at this point mathematically eliminated from this tournament. Played to the far side. Here's Nelson through neutral ice, stretched it as it goes down, tipped on its way, but will eventually be covered up by the goaltender. Another whistle, another face-off coming with 3:55 to go in period number 2. Left wing circle, OHA attacking zone. Circle to Ian Brown's right. Drop of the puck. Ontario wins it, but they accidentally send it all the way outside their zone. As Ferretti chases it down below the goal line. Goes to the far side. Cathedral Prep steals it, centers it. Try a wraparound. That didn't work as it comes free and grabbed by OHA. Here comes Kitty over the line. Kitty gets hit into the near side boards as the puck's picked up by the Ramblers and over to the far side. No power plays in the game yet, though we do have coincidental minors. Both these teams averaging about 12 penalty minutes per game at this tournament, including OHA had a ejection earlier on, as this one's backhanded to the slot. And a turnaround shot by Hetz gets blocked. And the rebound sitting there. Ontario able to punch it out of the zone. Over the line they come. Here's a shot. And that one steered aside by OHA. Now kept in at the blue line. This one sent deep. It'll be picked up by Ferretti. But also pressuring Brucey of the Ramblers. Left circle sent down below the goal line as we creep down to 2.5 left in period number 2. This one at the side of the net will be covered up by Ocean Lee for a stoppage with 2:28 to be exact here in the second period. Right wing circle face-off, won by Ontario. Now Fung. Down below the line, played out to Wood. Aaron Wood out to neutral ice for Minato, but the puck stolen away by Sprickman. Matthias Sprickman out to neutral ice. Will send this one in. To the near side, Wood. Out to Minato, who sends it down off a deflection. Wood back to it. Plays it to the far side. Final 2 minutes here in the second period. 1-1 your score. Now here comes OHA on a 2-on-1. Here's a shot. Big glove save made by Brown as he hangs on. It was a 2-on-1. Electing to take the shot there was Luciano Pros with a man to his right. And a good glove stop made by Ian Brown. Getting over there to catch it. 100 seconds left in the period before the Zamboni. 1-1 your score. Now left side circle. OHA ready for the attacking zone draw. Kitty at the dot. Will go against Kinnear. Kitty wins it cleanly back up to Wood, who fires a shot, takes a deflection, and goes wide. Now Nelson. Picked up instead by Cathedral, and they backhand that one out to neutral ice. Sent right back in. Vinny Scalise. Not able to clear the zone. Here's Wood with a shot. That one blocked in close by Ethan Cunningham. And deflected out to neutral ice. Right back into the zone. Cathedral Prep works with it once again. Long stretch pass just missed Cunningham. And instead of a partial break down the left wing side, it will be an icing instead. Stopping the clock with 1:02 left in period 2. Our guys doing the music seem to have stopped doing that. Here's a face-off back up high. Takes a deflection and a big save made by Brown. Now sent back down below the line once again. Final minute of play here in period 2. Here comes Duccini. Over the line, neutral zone, taken away by Elkin. As it's sent back down low. Lee thought about settling it down, but instead he'll leave it for his skaters as a man's hit into the boards, but it's able to recover the puck. Now here comes Fleetum. Circle shoots, and that one hit both posts, the right post and the crossbar, I believe. Maybe a piece for Ian Brown, too. That close to taking the lead was Ontario. As now Ferretti. Picked back up by OHA. 6 seconds left here in the period. Let's see if Minato can get a shot away. Fleetum one-timer, just fanned on it. And that will finish the second. Dylan Ward here on the South Hockey Network. After 2 periods, it's 1-1 as OHA nearly took the lead back. Look at this. Not both posts, but it hit the right post and then deflected off the goaltender before being cleared out of harm's way. Look at that. Teams will head to the locker room. We'll take our headset off, and we'll be back with the third period in a few moments right here on the South Hockey Network. Welcome back to the third period here on the South Hockey Network as Ontario Hockey Academy and Cathedral Prep enter the third tied 1-1. After goals from Ontario's side, it came from Ariel Elkin, his second of the tournament. Tucker Kinnear tied the game up for Cathedral Prep with his fourth of the tournament. As now the refs having a discussion down there on the near side as Wysum Wong, who is ineligible to play, remains on the bench. I'm pretty sure he's not supposed to be on the bench either, but the refs just communicated that to the official, the coaches, I should say. And it looks like he might remain on the bench here. He's got a whiteboard, but we'll keep track of that as things roll along here at the tournament. Did you hear that, Gerard? We got it buzzing. Well, we're on a bit of a delay, so it might come back. You got it? All right, there we go. We got one of the parents from Cathedral Prep helping us out with our audio issues. It's not often that we broadcast non-Glenbrook South games here on the South Hockey Network, but we have been contracted by the tournament for some extra coverage here at the Governor's Cup as this one goes up and out of play. No protective netting along the sideboards, so that puck goes straight into the seats, and the fan will throw it back to the referee. Quick stoppage in play, just 30 seconds into the period. As we remind you, both these teams mathematically eliminated from the tournament, playing in their final game here for consolation. Here's a quick shot, big save made by Lee, then he made another one. As the puck is grabbed by Ontario, they can't clear it out. Now kept alive just for a moment by OHA. They'll send it back down into Cathedral zone. That one gets covered up by the goaltender. And another stoppage in play. Ontario wearing white jerseys, Cathedral wearing black. And with 14-12 to go in the third period, another attacking zone faceoff for Ontario. Right wing side. As now it will be taken once again by Cathedral here. Drop of the puck, won by the Ramblers, Charlie McBriar. Out through neutral ice. This one centered right in the slot and unable to bury that one on the doorstep, Chris Bruchette. Now out comes OHA. Here's Wong on the ice after he's not supposed to be out there. I'm not exactly sure why some Wong got back into the game. Just to remind you from earlier, he got ejected from the game this morning, and per official tournament rules, he's supposed to be serving a one-game suspension. He played all of the first period and most of the second period before the refs told him to go to the locker room. And now he's back out for the third. Now out to OHA's zone. This one knocked in by Cathedral Prep. Taken back by Matthias Sprickman. Played to the near side and out to neutral ice. Off the near boards, picked up by Hoke, and now brought into the zone by Sprickman. He takes a shot, that one fired just past the corner as it gets sent back down low for Cathedral Prep, but cleared out of the zone by Ontario. Do we have overtime in the cards tonight? After none of the games at the tournament went to OT up until this point, the last two here on the main rink have gone to the extra session. We're going to get a delayed penalty here against Cathedral Prep as the Ramblers touch the puck. And the call, slashing. With 12:20 to go in the third. And for the first time all game, we have a power play for either team. It belongs to OHA. As we talked about earlier on our broadcast, the power play not too hot for Ontario in this tournament. 0 for 10 so far through their first 2 games. However, Cathedral Prep, their penalty kill 4 for 9, under 50%. Over half the time they're allowing a PPG against. So we'll see what happens here. A good opportunity for Ontario, and looks like we've got 4 minutes on the clock for that one. Must have been a double minor on the slash. So a massive opportunity. Basically 2 minor power plays, double minor, as they call it. And OHA will have some time to sling it around. Here's Elkin. Down to Busy Casco. Down below the line, picked right back up by OHA. This one centered and cleared out of the zone. Now Elkin will take it back below the goal line. Elkin with the lone goal for Ontario in the game. Here's Ariel Elkin. But offsides as he enters the zone. His teammate Fleetum was a step over the blue line. And that'll draw a whistle with 11:38 to go in period number 3. 1-1 your score here in this final game for both teams in Jamestown. The Bethel Park Blackhawks of Pennsylvania and Glenbrook South Titans of Illinois, the only 2 teams to have clinched a spot in the semifinals for tomorrow morning. Both of these teams are out of it. But still plenty to play for here on the main rink as we continue on in the night. Game number 2 of our quadruple header here on Rink 1. Here's Laycock through the neutral zone. He'll come over the line down the left wing side. Fired down to the far side corner. OHA sends it back up high. Here's Wong, centered it. Now back up high. Laycock, one-timer, and the save is made. Held on to. .237 to go on the double minor. 10:57 to go in the third period. 1-1 the score here between the Ramblers and OHA. No nickname for OHA. Sort of have a stallion-type logo, but no official team nickname. Sent to the near side, Rusky Jones centered it, but that one wouldn't go. As it now goes below the goal line, sent back up to the right circle. Wong gets it down deep. Now got it back. Why some Wong? Down to the corner. Back up high, Wong. Now Laycock up high. Takes a shot, save made. Rebound, that one. Thrown to the side. Now Wong gets it back. Halfway through the double minor. OHA will be recorded as 0 for 1 on the power play, but they'll get their second opportunity here. Laycock up high. Over to Rusky Jones. Top of the left circle. Goes across for Wong right side. Here's a shot blocked in close, and Sprickman will clear. 10 minutes left as Rusky Jones in his own zone. Got it to the near side, and Jordan Laycock plays it out to the far side. Right by the side of the net, close chance, wouldn't go. As it comes up high, here's a shot by Elkin, looking for his second of the game. Couldn't find it as Ian Brown hangs on for the save. Don't be shy, folks. Hit us up with some chats in the chat box. Make sure you subscribe to utilize the chat and all other replay features. Here on the South Hockey Network, we're hoping that you are enjoying this stream. As Busy Casco off a face-off win for OHA, he scores! What a shot from the blue line. And Milan Busy Casco, I don't believe that got deflected. Power play goal for OHA, and it's 2-1, they take the lead. As we'll get another look here off a face-off win at that left circle. Left point, just lets the wrister fly. Maybe a screen in front of Ian Brown. But no, sir, no deflection. Look at that. Nearly gets his stick vertical to his body as he releases the shot. Connor Bedard-esque. Woo! Love to know the MPH on that. Or KMPH for all you Canadians watching. All right, 2-1 Ontario Hockey Academy as they look for their first win here at the showcase. Here's Pross. And now out, all the way down. It'll be an icing as the whistle sounds, and 9:02 to go in the third period. 2-1 Ontario. Now this one cleared out. Here comes Cathedral Prep. Charlie McBriar. Taken back by OHA, now sent to the net. That one wide as it bounces off the end boards and is played out of the zone by Ontario. Getting it back out to neutral ice is Cathedral Prep. Here comes Brucey. Gives it up Lalonde as Brucey taps his stick out of frustration. Now the Ramblers back in their own end. Play this one out to neutral ice, looking for a man. It won't be an icing, not sure why. Didn't look like it took a deflection, but waved off immediately. Now here's a backhander. That one stopped by Ocean Lee off Hyatt Hetz, I should say. Sent into the zone once again. This time it's an icing, and that'll put the face-off back in Cathedral Prep's defensive end with 8:10 to go in the third period. Dylan Ward here on the call with you, Gerard Boris, our technical engineer, and Joe Hoffer. With all the work he's been doing this weekend, it might be time to re-promote him up to CSO. Although Brad Cesario has that official title, so maybe just SO. I don't know, Gerard, we'll have to think of a name for that. What's below Chief? Assistant. ASO. Assistant Scoreboard Operator. There we go. As, we apologize, some inside jokes there for our Glenbrook South broadcast that we joke about all the time on the broadcast comes as second nature to me, but I'm realizing none of you people have any idea what we're talking about. But that's okay. Here comes Cathedral Prep looking to tie this game up. It's Tucker Kinnear. His backhand shot hit a stick and goes wide. Rebound to the near side. OHA tried to play it out, kept alive at the right point as it's flipped down low. Elkin, this one tipped out of the zone as the Ramblers get it back. Halfway through period number 3. A low-scoring affair, just like it was in the first game of our quadruple header. As low-scoring as you can possibly get. 1-0 final score in a shootout. Big hit into the far side boards near the penalty boxes here at Northwest Arena. Now a long pass finds Milano, but it's out of his reach after it hit his stick. Couldn't catch up to it afterwards. Now back down for OHA. Busy Casco, I should say. Now up to Pross. He has some space. He shoots. Just missed the right post with that shot. Now it gets taken back by Cathedral Prep. Through neutral ice, they'll backhand this one down. Goes down below the goal line where it's recovered by OHA. Goalie thought about freezing it, but will keep it alive. As we are no longer into the tiebreaker situation, as both these teams have already been eliminated from the tournament. No need to worry about your points per period anymore, so we will likely see a pull of the goaltender. All in due time, still plenty of time to play here with 6:11 to go in the third. Face-off coming at the far side dot in neutral ice. The drop of the puck. Won by OHA cleanly. Here's Milan Bizzi-Casco. Brought back by Cathedral Prep. Now played to the far side, off the boards, and out of the zone. They'll rush ahead. This is Nelson getting to the puck, but stolen away by Matthias Sprickman. Lalonde taken right back by Cathedral Prep. An even game played so far, 17 shots apiece by our official count. Now poked in. Cathedral Prep off the near side boards. Nearly a giveaway, Lalonde. As it's played out to the neutral zone. Fung takes it. And it gets cleared out off a deflection, so it shouldn't be an icing. So we get down to the final 5. Fleetum steals it away. Right circle, backhander on net. Save made by Brown. Rebound to the near side corner. Back up high for Ferretti. Ferretti left point. Gets it down to the circle. Fleetum across. Couldn't get connect on that pass. As it gets cleared out to the neutral zone. Here comes Elkin over the line. Takes a shot. That one blocked. Rebound goes down low once again. Back up high, right point. Thrown to the net, that one wide. Rebound comes to the near side for Fleetum. Below the goal line, Fleetum. As Ontario keeps pressure alive here, up by 1. This one deflects to the slot and is taken back by Cathedral Prep. Long stretch pass by Hoke. He was looking for his man 84, whose name is not on my roster, but it didn't connect with him. Now Pros. Far side, Fleetum, I should say, over the line, right wing side, shoots, and a save made by Brown. He'll cover up the rebound. Both teams still with the timeout in their back pocket as we get down to 3:46 to go in the third period. 2-1 in favor of OHA. Goals by Ariel Elkin and Milan Bizzi-Casco. The lone goal for Cathedral Prep, scored by Tucker Kinnear. Drop of the puck, right face-off circle. Won by the Ramblers after a 50-50. Brady Sack. Couldn't play this one out, but we have a penalty called on the play, a slash, and it will go against Ontario. So a massive opportunity now for Cathedral Prep on the power play, their first look of the game. And it makes you wonder if head coach of the Ramblers, Mark Sprickman, will go with the empty net and make it a 6-on-4. Maybe a little bit earlier than he normally would due to his team being on the power play. Well, Cathedral Prep on the power play, 0 for 5 here at the tournament, while Ontario a perfect 7 for 7 on the kill. So maybe that empty net situation is just what they need. This one's back up high left point, played to the near side. Settled down by a stick that was just below the shoulder. Now Elkin will fire this one down, goes directly on net. Wouldn't have been an icing even if they weren't shorthanded. Now Sprickman. Matthias Sprickman plays it up ice. Nice reception by Kinnear. He puts on the brakes, lost an edge. As down in that right side corner, he threw it to the slot, but it bounces right to Ariel Elkin, who backhands it out. Kinnear gloves it in neutral ice, and back over the line comes Cathedral. Over to the left side. 5-on-4 power play, but it's stolen away by Elkin, and he's going to have a breakaway for his second goal of the game. Elkin, save, rebound, he sent it wide. Big save made by Brown, and the second look missed the net. As nearly a shorty for OHA. Now down to 2.5 left. A minute to go on the power play, as Brown reluctantly will cover up the puck. Both teams playing for consolation at this point. Already out of the tournament by mathematical elimination. But these boys don't care. I mean, they care that they're out of the tournament, but they don't care about this game meaning nothing. When you lace up the skates and put the jersey on, you want to win. Doesn't matter whether it's playoffs or a preseason game. Here comes Cathedral over the line. Schwartz all the way to the net. Backhander save made. Rebound grabbed by Bruchy. Now up high, Sprickman goes down to Schwartz. He shoots and the save is made. Down to 2:07 left in the third period. Attacking zone draw incoming for Cathedral Prep. As the goalie looks to the bench and head coach Mark Sprickman tells him to wait just a second. They will pull the goalie here to try and tie this game up. Drop of the puck. Cleared out of the zone. Back to the near side, Schwartz. Under 2 to play. Here comes McBriar over the line. Dumps it in. Power play nearly expiring, but this one out to neutralize. Here comes Prost short-handed. Prost gets to it. Takes a shot, looking for a deflection. Didn't get one. Now 90 seconds left. You got to think the goalie will make the sprint if they can hang on to possession here. He creeps out between the hash marks, but retreats back to the net after this one sent the length, and it will be called nicing. Now you got to think is the time to pull the goalie with the ensuing face-off, and Mark Sprickman will call a timeout. 1:20 to go in the third, and a 2-1 lead for Ontario. And Gerard, what am I looking at here? It's like Gerard Boris, our technical engineer, playing around with some of the settings. Gerard Boris on camera and your technical engineer for all of our games here at this quadruple header, and a little premature thumbs up from our ASO. That's why he's been demoted. But there's the thumbs up from Joe Hoffer, our scoreboard operator in the top left corner of your screen. And my name is Dylan Ward, saying we appreciate you spending your Saturday evening with us. As Mark Sprickman, the head coach, will draw up a play at the Rambler bench. So you get a look right there at one of the alternate captains. That's Ashton Duccini reacting, and they'll start the face-off with the goalie on the bench. 6 attackers out for Cathedral Prep and an empty net to shoot at for Ontario. Let's do it. Right circle face-off. Rylan Sorge to go against Stenlin Fleetum. Fleetum wins it back for Ontario. They'll ring it around the boards but can't get it out. Sent back down low. And a steal. Kinnear takes a shot. And that one's blocked by Laycock, just getting enough of his skate on it. Look at Jordan Laycock, number 44 in white there. Or I guess it was his stick. But he sent it high and up and into the netting. Drop of the puck. Taken by Cathedral Prep. They'll try and hack it home, but covering up the puck, Ocean Lee for another stoppage. Ontario Hockey Academy looking to avoid what would be a 7-game losing streak in all competitions if they don't hang on to this one. Empty net. 1:05 to go. Drop of the puck. Tucker Kinnear for the Ramblers right in front. As this one's backhanded, still not frozen yet. Ref right on top of it. Here's a shot by Kinnear. How did that stay out? Right and close. Lots of bodies in front of the net, but it wouldn't go. Now down to 45. Here come the Ramblers over the line. This one's dropped off. Here's a shot, fanning on it. And taking another one is Sprickman. This one nearly stolen away. Now here's a shot, save, rebound. What a save made by Lee. Another shot as the net comes off as Kinnear crashes into it. And we're going to see some penalties as a result with 33 seconds left. Look at this sequence. Matthias Sprickman nearly got the puck stolen away from him. Right in front, look at that stop. As we're going to get a look on our goalie cams as well. Ocean Lee, take a bow. He's been outstanding during this game. Happy he didn't clip his toenails this morning, just getting enough of his skate on that. So a penalty against OHA. This is a 6-on-4 advantage in terms of skaters. Sent down below the line, picked up by Ontario. They will clear the zone, and no icing as they're shorthanded. So chasing after the puck is Ashton Duccini. He gets to it below the goal line. 19 seconds to go. Here comes Duccini. Over the line, he comes down the left wing. Centered it, and just out of the reach of Kinnear. Now Ontario will send it the length. No icing again, and Cathedral is waving the white flag. And Ontario Hockey Academy will go home victorious in their final game by a final score of 2-1 as they hang on to a late push by the Ramblers and celebrate with Ocean Lee, who came up huge at the end with some big stops. So neither team was going to make the semifinals after the results from earlier today, but playing for pride, and Ontario, who came in with an 0-2 record and only 1 goal scored with 5 allowed through their first 2 games, get the 2-1 victory as the teams will shake hands at center ice. We hope you enjoyed our broadcast today. It was Joe Hoffer, our scoreboard operator, Gerard Boris, our technical engineer. My name's Dylan Ward. And don't forget to hit us with a subscribe, even if you're watching and not a Glenbrook South fan, which is what we do. We really appreciate the support. If you enjoyed our broadcast today, it really helps us out, and we're getting close to 1,000. So please subscribe, and thank you for tuning into our coverage of the Governor's Cup. Next game right around the corner, right here on the South Hockey Network.